Easiest way to piss somebody like me off is to do something and then try to play victim about it. And then when you face consequence for that thing you did while also trying to play victim, you face that consequence. And then after a couple weeks, maybe a couple months, maybe even a couple years, you want to pop back up into the world and say, hey, everybody, I'm the victim. Remember what atrocities happened to me. And then everybody has to use their brain to remember. And then they come to understand you're still stupid and you're just hoping we forgot. Do you remember all those years ago when a bunch of people got mad at the funny comedian who's bald because how dare he make jokes about a group of people and how dare he be so transphobic, even though those people make jokes about other people who aren't a part of their group, but rules for thee, not for me? Well, apparently he's come back out into the ether to let you all know he's suing the security that beat his ass for getting on stage and tackling Dave Chappelle. The deranged man, great characterization, who attacked Dave Chappelle on stage at the Hollywood Bowl in 2022 is back on the streets and is taking legal action against the venue and its security. Isaiah Lee, terrible name, alleges the Los Angeles amphitheater's security team brutally beat him, spit on him, and purposely dislocated his elbow, according to court records. Good. Lee suing for negligence, security, and battery also claims the venue allowed Chappelle's entourage to beat him up. Lee's lawsuit comes 2 years to the day since he launched himself into the funny man because he was triggered over Chappelle's jokes about the LGBTQ community and homelessness. Stunning video of the attack captured Chappelle walking around the stage when Lee appeared from out of the frame and tackled the comedian to the ground. Security rushed to Chappelle's aid, as they often should be doing, seconds after the attack before following Lee off the stage. Chappelle wasn't injured in the attack and carried on with the show, quipping that the suspect was a trans man. During the attack on May 3rd of 2022, a fake gun with a real knife lodged inside fell out of the man's pocket but was never used on the comedian. Class, I don't know how many of you are ever concerned about being out in public, but if you're somebody who gets tackled by an individual and that individual has a fake gun with a real knife inside of it, don't you think that this person deserves to get beat up after getting on stage and trying to attack somebody? I know the answer. You don't even have to bother thinking about typing it in the comments. Lee also claims the venue knew Chappelle was known for telling offensive jokes targeting certain groups, including the LGBTQ community, and the security team should have taken more action to prevent harm from being done. I'm about to throw myself out the window because you decided you were going to fight for your trans brothers, your trans sisters, your lesbian sisters, your trans lesbians, your queers, your bis, your asexuals, and you got your shit handed to you, and so now your mind has reached the omnipotent peak, and so you say, you all should have hired better security. I would argue they did the right thing. They caught somebody trying to bring harm towards a performer, and they beat the living shit out of you. You would not last 30 seconds in the room with Mark Henry, but that's just besides the point.
I identify as bisexual, and I wanted him to know what he said was triggering,
Lee told the Post in a jailhouse interview days after the attack. The Hollywood Bowl is being sued for negligent security and battery. Lee claims that he suffered back injuries, loss of mobility, and a dislocated elbow, among other medical issues. Chappelle's show's star is not named as a defendant. He doesn't need to be. He was the victim. And if this motherfucker tried to bring in Dave Chappelle as somebody he was suing, this would even make him be more of a fucking idiot, more than he already is. Lee, who was originally arrested for felony assault with a deadly weapon, was sentenced to 270 days in prison in December of 2022 after pleading no contest to assault and entering a restricted area, both misdemeanors. He did avoid a felony rap because he didn't produce the fake gun or knife and weapon during the attack. Lee was ordered to have no contact and stay away from Chappelle, not possess any dangerous weapons, or consume any controlled substances or alcohol as part of conditions following his release. This is where I enjoy myself a little bit too much.
I wanted him to know that next time he should consider first running his material by people it could affect.
Don't ever do that. Lee said his attack on Chappelle was inspired by Will Smith's infamous slap. Great idea. That worked wonders for Will Smith personally because he's a celebrity, so, he could kind of skate by. You're the no-name who got offended because a bald dude made jokes that you didn't like.
That's not right, what Chris Rock said about his wife, calling her G.I. Jane. Lee said, adding that Smith was standing up for his wife.
Yeah, see, the difference between standing up for your wife and then standing up for your hurt feelings is that one could be viewed as honorable to some people. You're just the bitch who couldn't handle the fact that you got your ass handed to you by trying to tackle somebody on stage you didn't know.
I wanted him to know that the next time he's considered for spreading his material by people it could affect.
No, you petulant child. Don't ever do no shit like that. If you are a comedian, your job is to offend, make people laugh, tell real stories in a comedic fashion. You are allowed to poke fun at all these different types of people. And it's weird how you motherfuckers that like to talk about, oh, that's offensive, don't say these things. You say it in private, but because you a bitch, you too chicken shit to say it out loud because you're afraid that your friends are not gonna like you anymore. That's the most bitch shit on the face of the earth. Don't even dare try to contest me on that. And just so that we're all clear, I'm fine with people not liking certain comedians and their shtick because, in case anybody forgot, comedy is subjective. I like Dave Chappelle's comedy. I like Gabriel Iglesias' comedy. I like Mike Epps' comedy, Martin Lawrence, Eddie Murphy, Cat Williams. I know there's somebody on this earth, and I don't know how you could possibly survive with this thought, thinking Amy Schumer is funny, and that'll never be anybody I hang around. But guess what? If you're mad about the jokes, guess what you could do? Close your ears and walk away. Jumping the comedian, not gonna help you out. Being inspired by other people who got criticized for this shit, not gonna help you out. Thinking that you're fighting for all these people that also didn't care and all they really did was just tweet how homophobic it was, didn't help you out in any regard. You are a colossal, hilarious fuck up that decided you wanted to be the hero for everybody. It just made yourself look out to be the dumbass. And it should stand to reason everybody walk away with this take. If you are going to be the one-man hero, don't expect to get away scot-free. Security is going to beat your ass because you decided to jump first. Subscribe to the channel. I will see you all in the next one. Let me know, is it going to be a fair trial for him? Is he going to win? Is the security in the wrong for retaliating against somebody who tried to attack somebody on stage? Or are we all expecting the right fucking outcome with this? See you in the next one. Goodbye.